Emergency! Emergency! Welcome to my playhouse. We have a battery bank on the table here and it's not behaving very well. I have already, been finding out what was wrong with it and what is wrong with it. So right now I'm charging over... Oh, let's start from the start. This is a 48 volt battery bank. It's an 14S, and that means that there are 14 battery packs in series, and then it's a 10P, and that means that there are 10 batteries in each of those series. So it's a 14S 10P, which means that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 packs of 10 batteries in series, and that brings the voltage up to about 48 volts. It's called a 48 volts system thingy. So I have some bad batteries in here. I have bad batteries in number 3 here, and on this battery monitor, which has been a great help, I can also see that bank number 7 is really not doing well there. Bank number 3 is doing okay because I had the charger on that, but the charger has been on there for ages, pulling this current continuously just to keep it on 4 volts, and it has been on there a week plus. We have batteries that are leaking there. When I say leaking, it means that they are self-draining, not leaking anything stuff out there. So let's get this out where we can see it. First we need to figure out which cells over here number 3 is leaking. I might as well turn on the soldering iron as well, because we're gonna need to do a bit of soldering. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect power, and I'm gonna quickly remove this thing, the back plate of the battery. And when I do that, all these 10 batteries are no longer connected in parallel. And when I do that, the battery that is discharging is very rapidly gonna be discharging. Right now it has 9 other bodies that is helping slowing that down. But even with them, the power supply still needs to push in half a watt to keep it up. So that is not good. The soldering iron is warming up, so we'll be doing that in a second or two. Soldering iron is ready, so I'm gonna disconnect power. I'm gonna lay it down there. And we're gonna remove, this is the balancing lead. So we're gonna remove that up there. And then I need a pair of pliers here to get the metal. And I'm gonna remove, we're just gonna put some new metal on here, so well, maybe we can reuse it, I don't know. Sometimes we can reuse it, sometimes it gets messed up. There is a between cells connection that I just got out of the way there. There we are. So metal is out of the way. So now I should be able to connect my multimeter. There, I have connected the multimeter with plus on the other side. So here we have 3.977. That's good. 4 volts, good. 4 volts. 4 volts. 4 volts. 4 volts. 4 volts, 4 volts, 4 volts. Oh, that is hard. 1, 2, 3. We should have something here that's wouldn't be at 4 volts. Something going down rapidly. Down here we have one that was It's not falling rapidly. Guess I'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. Okay, hours later. Let's see where we're at. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. Not that great. So I guess it's that one that we have to visit. It's not dropping as rapidly as I would have thought. But then again, it is dropping rapidly, but we'll be replacing that one. It's the next day, and with our vast amount of knowledge that we gained last night, we found out that it might be this battery. And this morning, with 0.45 volts, I would say that we are sure. The other ones, come on, 4 volts, 4 volts. Bad connection, 4 volts. Replacing. So to do that, we have to remove the fuse on the other side. And I've done this a couple of times by now, so I kind of know how to do this. So we turn this around. We need to make sure that we remove the right fuse. It's so much easier to just reattach the fuse. So if I just solder it off, take the battery out, put a new one in, and we're good to go. Lift the fuse up, there. That battery is totally disconnected. We can put it down again so we don't break it. Turn the battery around. I have a roll of electric tape on the back here to give it an angle. That means that you can better see. So there I found it's easiest to get it out this way. And it's also easier to take the label off now. Now, if it's one of the middle batteries, that's harder, but right now it's a battery right here, so it has a label down there, and we can see the capacity of that cell, which it was at some point, which it's clearly not anymore. So that's not a good one. So a flathead screwdriver, and I can pry it under these plastic things, and I can break them off. I missed a little thing here. So now the battery should be able to pop out that way, and it does. It's not always easy to get your hands on it, but there we have it. One questionable cell. We need to find a new one with approximately that capacity. So 1427. I have one here that says 1454. That's plenty close enough. But we'll measure this battery and make sure that it's good. No fun to just put in another bad battery. It should be good. It's almost at 4 volts, and it has been sitting there for at least a year. This one has another piece of tape on it, and it's very difficult to get that in there with that piece of tape. So what I've found is that write the capacity on the battery instead. So I'll copy that off the tape, 1454 there, and I'll just remove the tape. Wait, there we are, and we'll just pop that in there in the right direction. I managed it, and it's in the right direction. So now the new battery is in. Now I just need to clean this up, solder, well, maybe solder this back. There, that's that side. Then we just need to mount the fuse on the other side. And already over here we can see that we have number 3 up and running again, and it's now 4 volts. And this time this battery should be at about the same voltage. I'll put in cells that where the voltage was too high or too low, so immediately when I put the fuse on, it blew. And that's always irritating after all the work trying to save it, and then it just blows. That was just bank number 3. This is dusty. But bank number 7 down here is also really bad, 1.56 volts. So I have to do this all over again. There's another bad battery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might just be it. See that color there? That's not fantastic. But I see that I have had this open before. There's that one, and that one has been replaced. So this block has been no good. I can even see that I have spot welded it back on. So yeah, that's another scenario. So I removed the sensor wire there and spot welded. I don't think I can. I can't desolder it then. I'll have to remove the spot welds. Yeah, this is not reusable. The video I did on that tiny spot welder has become very popular, and people always tell me that if their spot welder worked or did not work, and it does not spot weld. And this is spot welded. Okay, I've kind of cleaned it up. I want to know what battery is going to be troublesome. 1.5. Can't measure anything. Could be a bad one. 1.5. 1.6. Not good. 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 Even though it's full of crap, it's also good. I'll check the fuses and see if I've broken anything. Okay, we have a broken fuse here. That one is not on there. The rest of them are, they're good. Before I start trying to replace that fuse, I'm gonna measure the battery. It's at 1.6 volt. If the fuse had been broken the entire time and it was at like 4 volts, it would just blow the fuse immediately when I try to replace it. The fuses goes between 2 batteries, just the way that I've made it. So I'm gonna loosen it on that battery as well. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna heat this thing up, bus bar here, and I can pull that through. Cool. Then I have a new fuse here, a tiny wire. I'm gonna put that on there, there, and then get it under the bus bar again. Tighten it up, and then solder it on the other side. And because the batteries are just about at the same capacity, it did not break. There. And then we're just gonna heat up the bus bar and have the solder go over that connection. Cool. There. Done. Now we should have one less bad battery. Good, 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 bad, good. So let's mark that one. Bad. Good, 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 bad. And that one. Now we're gonna take this corroded one out as well. Even if it's not that bad, it's still bad. It's a 1648. the other one is in the middle of everything, so I can't see that yet. I'm hoping that I can get the label out of there. So we need to release some fuses. That one is gonna be in the middle, so that's gonna be that one. Using the fuse, and then the bottom one, the corroded one on that side, so that's gonna be that one. There. Good, we can take this off for a bit. This is a larger operation. I thought I was just gonna be replacing a battery. So yeah, we need to remove the pins. Our trusty screwdriver for that. There's 140 batteries in this pack, so some of them goes bad. And they were used batteries. Still irritating that they go bad. So now we should be able to press this out. And we can. And there's gonna be that label somewhere. Maybe it comes out and maybe it does not come out. It's best when it comes out. I can usually fish it out afterwards. There we have it. So we can see the capacity of the battery that we need to find. So the bad one, and I found a replacement. Main problem with this is that this one has a voltage of 4 volts. So if I put that in and try to refuse it, I'm gonna get in trouble with that. So we can put it in, but we can't put the fuse on for a little bit. We need to charge all the other ones up before we can do that. And I need to find one around this size as well. But let's see if we can get that out first. Okay, that came out. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Sometimes when the batteries has been spot welded, when you remove the metal that has been spot welded on there, it will make a hole in the back of the battery and some acid will come out, and it looks like something like that could have happened here. That acid has come out and it has corroded. Okay, that was not easy. This is far off, but it's better. I like to come a little bit closer than that. This is almost 200 milliamp hours better. So yeah, but I didn't want to go through all the batteries. It doesn't matter which battery goes where, but it does matter that we get it in the right direction. Oh, don't go. That goes. Oh, I didn't measure that, did I? Let's do that. And hopefully we are somewhere around 4 volts, 4.1 volts. It's very good. As said, we don't really want to put a bad battery in there. It's a bloody waste of time. And this one in there. And that's a little bit tight. I found that my marker here with some sandpaper around it will do a good job cleaning the entryway here. I'm on the lookout for a new BMS. I would like something active that will balance the batteries actively. This one will only balance the batteries when the whole bank is charged up to maximum. It will make sure that the different banks don't go over the top, so it will kind of keep them down in that regard. But I would like something that yeah, that does more than that. Goes in. We need a new metal strip for that. There we have this one. Should we spot weld? Some of that we can spot weld, some of that we can't. We'll solder some of it on and then we'll spot weld the rest, I think. When you purchase these strips here, if you get them directly from China, be sure to order enough, because it takes ages to get new stuff. So make sure you get plenty. And I wanna solder that one as well, because that is connected to the other one. So there we are. Then we can put this metal on there. Make sure that it is aligned. Let's solder that one. We need something to hold it down. There. And then that was the one with solder on. Now we can find the spot welder and we can do the rest. Let's see if there's any power on this. There is. And it's full power. Okay, so it's been a while since we tested this. It's an awesome spot welder, and the video that I did on it has done marvelous, and so many, well, mostly happy people that are very happy with the spot welder. So let's spot something. I'll give that an extra one there. And we have one up here. That one I don't like much. Yeah, that was it. And then we'll put this one back on and solder that into place. There. Then we have the balancing lead up here. We need to figure out where that sits. It sits right about there. And we can put that in. Heat that up. There. So now this battery bank here is very low. Let's just have the multimeter on there. We need to charge that up before we connect the fuses on the other side. Otherwise, I'll just be blowing fuses from here on out. They're at 1.6 volts. And the new ones that we just mounted is at 4.1. And the other one is at 4.11. So that's not going to be good. I have the power supply up here. We're gonna turn that on. It's set to 4 volts. So let's start by charging it up to 4 volts. I have a little connection there, although I can put this in. Maybe, if I can catch it. That's probably not that great. There. So now we're charging the whole bank up. It's gonna take a little bit. It's at 3.2 volts now. It's rapidly going up. And it's charging with about 3 amps. I think we can give it everything it can take, because it's 8 batteries that are sharing that, so they're gonna be fine with that. And I can keep up to date with what's going on this battery monitor here. So you can see bank number 7 there. It's going up ever so slowly. It has started to limit the current going in. So the power supply is at 4 volts. So now it's just waiting for the batteries to also get to 4 volts. So is pumping about 17 watts into that bank right now. Okay, it's taking longer than expected, but I think it's far down, or it's high enough in voltage now. It's pulling in about 2 amps for those 8 batteries, and one of those batteries would be able to supply those 2 amps without blowing the fuse. And yeah, there will be some resistance and stuff as well. So I think we can try and mount the fuses now. The 2 new battery needs a little bit of starter to have the fuse go on there. And there, fixed. So with those changed, this looks much better. There is still these 258 millivolts difference between the banks, and it shows me the lowest one and the highest one. So right now I set the power supply to supply 4.05 volts, so I'm gonna charge up some of the banks that are lowest, starting with this number 5, which is the slowest. So yeah, this is very helpful. Bank number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have a little piece of metal that I can poke in here, and that's the negative one that we put on there, and the positive on the other side there, and it will charge up. So I have been balancing a little bit, but it's taking way longer than I was expecting it to. I'm not charging with very much, but well, we're beneath 200 millivolts difference in the bank right now. I'm hoping to get it at least below 50, and then I'm gonna look at one of the other banks. I'm gonna end the video here because this has taken all day, charging a little bit, changing, charging, and figuring out which one was bad and which one was good, and replacing and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Obviously the pump came on right there, so thank you for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.